Okay, I'm gonna expand more on this in a little bit, but I have this giant bowl of oatmeal I get to enjoy this morning and a bunch of rice later today too. So this is gonna be a good Monday, good week, and your girl gets some more food. Okay, I still need to explain what is happening this week. Let me start. I'm Hallie. Welcome to my vlog. I am prepping for my first bikini competition. I'm an online nutrition coach and I'm super excited. I am officially just under 5 weeks out. It's Monday and Saturday was 5 weeks. And last week was tough. I'll go into that more at some point. This week is already off to a really good start. I have some changes this week. My coach made some changes to our plan. I just got back from the gym and showered and got this, which is my competition suit that I ordered. And I'm so excited. I'm definitely trying it on later. But I'm not going to show the color yet. I kind of like when I've seen other competitors like do like a reveal or wait until it's like peak week or their show day or something. So I'm going to wait for now. But oh my God, I'm so excited. So I'm going to make some food. I will come back. I will dive into more of what is happening this week and what's been going on. But I just am like, feeling really good. Today is like last Monday, how the week started was rough. This week is a complete 180. And I am just looking forward to like having this be the vibe for the next 5 weeks. And I'm so excited. So I'm about to eat my lunch. So much rice. I don't think I've ever had this much rice in one sitting and I'm very excited. It's also great that it's post leg day. This week is a full, diet break, but for the first 3 days of this week, and then we're going to assess on Thursday. So I'll keep carbs pretty much double what they've been on my lower days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And so I had a large bowl of oats this morning with some extra berries, rice for my lunch. I'll do some oats later, some rice with dinner. It's gonna be glorious. I am so excited. And I'll kind of like dive into more of what my coach's feedback was, but I really do need to eat and get some work done. So I promise I will spend more time on what is happening this week in a little bit. All right, so I am on my way to, I'm gonna talk and drive. Probably not the safest. So I've been meaning to catch you guys up here on how things are going and what this week is about. But it's Monday, so there's lots of work also happening, and it was a big leg day and all the things. So I'm on my way to laser, which if you have not done, it's very worth it and incredibly painful, but it's very short-lived. And when you find a good person, they're very efficient. And so the girl that I go to does it so fast and she's so good. So while I drive there and mentally prepare myself for this experience, last week I woke up Monday, so I came off a really good week, just like feeling good mentally, physically, just felt like in a good spot. And then I woke up Monday and I just felt like a little bit off, and I don't even know how to describe, like just not 100% like energized or like just good. And it doesn't change my focus. Like none of this changes my execution or my commitment, or like I didn't have any doubts about what I was doing, nothing like that. But I just didn't feel like myself as much, and I don't know why. And it just kind of continued for most of the week, I would say. But it also was kind of compounded by like going to the gym, and some people that I kind of become friends there, just like gym people, some of the, like the 80-year-old guys and stuff. Like you start to get various comments that I don't think they're meant to be hurtful or cause an issue, but it's just is like not helpful either. And I'm like, listen, I'm 4'11". I don't have that much muscle, let's be fair. So I do need to get really small this first year. And like I've said in past videos, like the goal is not to, one, not to stay at this weight, and two, that in future years of competing, I'm not going to need to get this small. So like but I'm naturally a small person, 4'11", and I've been so consistent on plan, and weight has come down quite significantly. But mentally, I'm feeling really good and focused. I know that right now, where my body is at, I know it's not healthy. I don't feel unhealthy, but I know just logically that I'm not in a healthy place. But competing, especially as you get closer to your show, is not about being healthy. That's why it's not sustainable. And so hearing comments like that, it's like it doesn't help. I'm aware. I know, full transparency, what I'm getting myself into, but I also know myself really well. I am the strongest I've ever been mentally, and but the people that on the outside that are just making comments, like, I'm like, you guys don't know that I'm actually doing really well. But also, what if I wasn't doing well and you're making those comments, and it's only going to foster more of that negative feeling? Like, what if I was really struggling with hunger or food focus or self-doubt or negative self-talk, anything like that? And thankfully I'm not. Thankfully I have never felt better in myself and in my body, and just like continuing to be amazed by what I've been able to do and accomplish. And I'm really making myself proud. And my coach this week was reminding myself, like, this is about me. It's not about other people. But it was getting to me last week, and I really wanted to just retreat into a safe bubble and just tune out the comments and just focus on the good vibes. But it's like easier said than done. So I didn't record anything last week. My mom came to visit over the weekend. I thought about recording while she was here, but then what I really wanted more than that was just to be present and have fun and have a couple days. And she was asking all the questions about competing and posing and training and all that. And so I did practice some posing while she was here, and it was so fun because she was just like, oh my God. And I would like go to my back pose or something, and she'd just be like, oh, wow. Like, oh, nice, or something. And so just her curiosity, her interest, her like response was so great and so much fun. And that's what I needed. So I did my like formal check-in on yesterday. And so when I check in, I send my coach like my tracker that has all of my data, like macros and steps and sleep and all that, as well as pictures and posing video that I did. So she gets to see all of it. And you know, we're just under 5 weeks out. And so I'm like, I don't know what needs to happen at this point. Like, what does my body need to do? I'm open to whatever. I think because I was just a little bit like mentally stressed last week, and part of what made me not feel as good was like digestion itself was actually fine, but I wasn't having like a complete bowel movement every day. And if you've ever experienced that, it's not that I felt backed up, but I was like, don't feel great. So that was the messing with my head too. I was like, I want my body to just work with me, which most of the time it does. When it doesn't, you're just like, why? What's happening? So I woke up Sunday though and felt really good and hit a new low on the scale. And I felt like my body was like back in its rhythm. Checked in with my coach, and then her first response was, are you ready for a diet break? And I was like, oh shit. So, you know, I've had some refeed days here and there. I didn't have any refeed days until like for the first 10 weeks. Then, and so I just wrapped up week 14 of being in my prep. So for the last 4 weeks, I've had some refeed days here and there. So what we're going to do this week is more of a diet break. So refeed days would be like 1 or 2 days, some higher carbs. So this week we're doing much higher carbs, only adjusting fats a little bit. Protein is staying the same. And carbs are they are doubling from what the low days were, which is a lot of carbs. And training is staying the same. Cardio, we're just like keeping it a little bit on the lighter side for today and tomorrow, and then like bump it up a little bit Wednesday. She put my step goal a little bit lower, but I love walking, and I naturally move around a lot, so I don't know if that's gonna be, I already have had less steps than normal today, but I still don't know. I'm not gonna hit the target. I'm gonna be above the target, but I'm not too worried about it because it's low intensity movement. Water's staying the same. She wants me to really get some more sleep if I can, which I go to bed early because I like to get up early. Sleeping in has been difficult for me. I just will wake up. So I did wake up later, but it was 4:57, which was, I got about 20 extra minutes this morning, but I was ready to go. Oh, and so she basically said with weight, she's like, we don't need to lose any more weight here. I'm pretty conditioned, which is fascinating. Muscle density, so like how much muscle tissue I have, is so small that we just know that's going to be an off-season thing we deal with. Can't change anything about that now except for getting just like more of like pump with carbs and maybe some like exercise selection, but I'm not going to build any muscle right now, and I'm aware of that. So then it's just about also like fine-tuning posing so that I am I'm going to take this roundabout around, fine-tuning posing so that I emphasize the muscles I do have. My glutes are way small, oh my gosh, but it's not something I need to worry about right now. I'll worry about that after I compete. So posing looks good. Walking in my heels, I need to just keep practicing on like our floor in the downstairs. And so my coach and I are gonna do a call together to go over that together, which will be really helpful, but it does not look good right now. And it's kind of funny, but also in my head, I'm like, I want this to feel good. So we're gonna see how I'm doing with these higher numbers after Wednesday. So I'm definitely doing these higher carbs 3 days, potentially longer. And then I'll see how I'm doing. She might extend it. She might say like, let's pull it back for a day or two or what. But I'm essentially just I added a little bit more berries because I love berries and it's still the season. But I otherwise am adding more oats because I love oatmeal. It's probably one of my favorite meals. And then white rice. Keep it easy on digestion, easy to control the carbs. I don't need to change a lot. Fats got adjusted by 5 grams, so minimal. I still had some salmon with my lunch. I just did some salmon and some chicken, and it worked. And I just realized it'd be so embarrassing if I was on this video. My parallel parking job was a mess, but it was good. So that's the update for this week. We're gonna see how I am after the next few days and get on our call on Thursday and go over some posing and walking. Today just started on such a better note than last Monday. So I'm in this space of like, I'm not taking any more shit. Like if someone has a comment, that's fine, but it was up to me if I give that energy or not, and I don't need to. So I'm just gonna stay in my bubble. I'm gonna surround myself with the people that are supportive and good vibes and connect with other people that are competing, which has been fun, and keep doing my work and keep the eyes focused and like keep making myself proud. And that's what my coach told me this week, and it was the reminder I needed. And people will make comments based on their own insecurities, based on their own self-doubt about doing something difficult, not thinking about the words they say, right? And just not even understanding, not taking the time to even ask questions. And like, you don't have to take an interest, that is totally fine, but then like, don't make comments, and that's okay too. But I think like words matter, and I think it's important to remember that as we're interacting with people, and the things you say to someone can really have an impact, and you don't know what's going on in their world or in their head. And so just like, be a good person. Right. It is now Wednesday. I didn't get anything done yesterday recording wise because I was so busy with client check-ins and sending out some new plans and other like emails and stuff. It was just a really packed day. So I was like, I'm gonna revisit this. But today is 3rd refeed day in a row, but doubling up the carbs still, feeling really good. My weight has actually stayed on the lower end. It like ticked up 0.4 today, so minimal. Feeling noticeably better. I feel like, so energy wise, like this whole time in this cut has maybe come down like a little bit, like where I have moments in days that I feel a little bit more fatigued, but it's never like 0. But I've noticed with a little bit more food and carbs, like 1 notch up or a couple notches up. So I feel way stronger in my workouts. I had to adjust my training days a little bit because our gym is closed later this week. So I did my second leg day today instead of tomorrow. So I didn't get that like kind of more rest cardio day. So that felt bad. I really wasn't really ready for legs this morning, but I still got it done. But I was able to actually like go a little bit heavier. The weights that I had stayed at felt stronger. So I'm like, I'm gonna take this for a win. My coach really wanted me to optimize sleep this week. And I would say because of my routine, getting up early, my body's so used to it, and probably partly related to prep too, I've just been getting up early. Like I have my alarm set and I wake up before it every day. So still getting up like before 5 a.m., but I like it still. So I was feeling good. So today I wanted to actually, I think I'm gonna just do like a montage of my meals to show how I'm getting in more carbs and the adjustments that I've made. I brought down some of my volume vegetables like leafy greens and stuff so I could add more rice and oats and everything. I've been so happy with my big bowl of oats in the morning and rice in my lunch, and I just love it. So I'm very curious what will happen the rest of this week. I check in with my coach tomorrow, just as like a quick touch point. She wants to see how I'm doing, and she'll decide if I keep carbs up or we bring them back down or what. So I'm along for the ride, but I'm gonna make some coffee. I'm gonna share what my food is looking like coming up, and finish out this day on a good note. It's Thursday. I checked in with my coach this morning, just sent her some new pictures and what my weight was and some measurements. And we are keeping the diet break going the rest of the week. So I will check in with her again Sunday, Monday. So I get to continue these higher carbs for the rest of the week, which is awesome. I also just got off a Zoom call with her. It was a short posing call that we were just going over walking and posing and just getting the right angles. So helpful for her to see because she knows what to look for. And I practice on my own. I take videos and watch. I send her videos, but to see it live was really valuable. And I was wearing my suit. And so it just felt like so real and so legit. And we kind of talked over a strategy for the next just over 4 weeks. And I just feel just so good about it. So continuing the higher carbs today, I think I will share maybe some posing that I do this week too, and walking and stuff, especially as I'm getting better at it. So always room to improve, but just feeling like it's actually feeling good and more natural. So very, very excited with how things are going and loving all these carbs. My body's loving it too. And we're gonna keep it going. In the club, we'll do it tonight, yeah. From the back to the left to the right, yeah. All them girls looking hot, looking tight, yeah. Come on and move from the wall to the light, yeah. I don't know, maybe you didn't hurt me. We're gonna lose it tonight, yeah, no mercy. We're gonna turn it up crazy. We're gonna turn it up, ooh. Let me see your hands. 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 Let me see your hands.